Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. Welcome to Mathematics with Shahab Yaqub. Today we are focusing on this paper that is October-November 2024 variant 11. It's of P1 Pure Math 1. So now it's 7:32. That's the start time. Let me write it over here. And then we will do some problems and then we will see how much time have we consumed. So stage 1, stage 2, all the way till stage 3. So stage 1, let's divide it by the questions. Let's take some time on it. So that is 4 mark. And then this one is 4 mark also. This one is 5 mark, 4, 4, 8, 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 plus 5, that is 18. And 18 plus 7, so that is 25. So let's first focus on these 25 marks. So therefore, let me write over here. We are talking about first 5 questions. Question 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, totaling 25 marks. That is the first stage. Let's see how much time will it take. So let me just grab this thing over here. Let me write over here. That is the first stage for this thing. Stage 1. That is this thing. And why does it appear over here? I don't know, for some reason. So now let's get started. This is 7:33. So now the question says, in the expansion of kx plus 2 over x raised to power of 4, where k is a positive constant, the term independent of x is equals to 150. Find the value of k. That's one thing. Hence, determine the coefficient of x squared. Now, this is a 3-step solution of binomial. First of all, kx plus 2 over x raised to power of 4. Write down the particular term formula, that is NCR, a raised to power of n minus r, b raised to power of r. So now, of course, I am explaining it. So I'll be taking a little bit more time than usual. So this is a over here. And over here, this is b. That is this thing with the plus sign. So let's write it over here. N is 4. That is 4CR. A is kx. And this is 2x minus 1 raised to power of r. This is raised to power of 4 minus r. Now, the next thing is that you would gather powers of x and multiply it with the and equate it to the power of the required term. So 1, 4 minus r plus negative 1 multiplied with r equals to term independent of x, that is the constant term, equate it to 0. 4 minus 2r equals to 0. Therefore, r comes out to be 2. Plug the value of r back over here. So this is 4c2, kx raised to power of 2. This is 2 over x raised to power of 2. No harm in double checking. 4c2, that is 4 into 3, 12 over 2, that is 6. This is k squared, this is x squared, this is 2 squared is 4, x squared is x squared. X squared would cancel, 6 4s are 24, 24k squared. That is the term independent of x. This is equals to 150. So therefore, 24k squared is equals to 150. K squared is equals to 150 over 24. How much is that? Let me grab my calculator. So that is 150 divided by 24. This comes out to be 6.25. So k squared is 6.25. And what else is there? Does it say positive, negative? Find the value of k. K is a positive constant. It says over here. So therefore, k is positive square root of 6.25. That comes out to be 2.5. That thing is done. And now they are asking the coefficient of x squared. So for coefficient of x squared, equate this thing, 4 minus 2r. 4 minus 2r equal to the power of required term, which is 2. So therefore, negative 2r is negative 2. Therefore, r comes out to be 1. Then we will write 4c1 kx. And this is 2 over x raised to power of 1, kx raised to power of 3. 4c1 is 4. This is k cube. This is x cube. This is 2 power 1 is 2. This is 1 over x. No harm in double checking. This is x cube over x. That is x squared. And this is 4 into 2 is 8k cube. But what is k? K is 2.5. But k is 2.5 or 5 over 2. That's a good way of writing it. A into 5 over 2 whole cube. That is the coefficient they're asking. Yeah, the coefficient of x square. 8, 125, 2 cube is 8. 8, 8 cancel. This comes out to be 125. That is the answer for this particular part. So we started at 7:33 and it took 7:37, around 4-5 minutes. Let's move on. And I'll be going a little bit speedo in this one. So let's get started. Now it says the curve y is equals to something has a stationary point. Let me highlight it. Stationary point at this thing. Now let me write myself when x is -3, y is equals to b. That is one condition. When x is -3, y prime or dy by dx is 0. Find the value of constant a and b. So first of all, when x is -3, y is equals to b. So therefore, b is equals to x squared. X is -3. X is -3 whole square minus a over -3. Simplify it further. B is equals to, this is 9 plus a over 3. And 3b is equals to 27 plus a. That is one equation. So let me just move this thing downstairs so that everything falls in one place. And always start from this corner. There is no harm in writing in this margin. Yes, do not write it over here, but over here you can write it. So now this is equation number 1. I mean, avoid this thing as much as possible. Now the second condition, differentiate. Y is equals to x squared minus ax minus 1. Now differentiate dy by dx. That is 2x minus a minus 1 comes down, x minus 2. That is 2x plus a over x squared. That is the differentiated thing. Dy by dx is 0, x is -3. 2 into -3 plus a over -3 squared. So that is -6 plus a over 9. Cross multiply. So therefore 0, this is -54 plus a. Therefore you find a very simply, which is 54. Now let's plug in over here. 3b is equals to 27 plus 54. That is 81. 3b is 81. Therefore b comes out to be 27. That's the answer for this part. So we can also double check the answers, so we can check the answers at the end. There is no harm in double checking. So let me go over here. And over here, k is 5 over 2. That's done. This is 125. That's done. A is 54. B is 27. So that's all good, all clear. So now this thing is done. Let's move on. Question number 3. Now it's a circular measure thing. What's there in circular measure? Let's see. Now it says the diagram shows a sector of a circle, center O, OB and OC is 15. So let's highlight. This is OC. This is OB. This is 15. Of course, the radii has to be equal. The size of the angle BOC is 2/5 pi. So this angle BOC, that is 2/5 pi. And what else is there? A and B lie on this such and such arc of a circle. So there is another arc like this over here. And for this, this is the radius. This is the radius for the small one. And what else is there? Area of the shaded region is this. So now what we do is that they are not asking us, but we need it. That is, let OA equals to OD equals to small r. So first of all, OAD sector, the angle is how much? 2/5 pi. So this angle theta, let me label it, this is theta, that is 2/5 pi. And radius is r centimeter. So area of the sector is half r square, theta is 2/5 pi, which comes out to be r square pi over 5. And then let's talk about the big sector. What is the big sector? That is OBC with radius 15. OBC with radius 15, angle is the same. So radius is 15 centimeter. Therefore, area is half r square theta. Over here, this is half, but this r is not r. This r is 15. Hold for a second. So let me just write it directly. Half 15 square and theta is 2/5 pi. So write it very prominently, 2 cancel. And what am I left with? I'm left with 225 divided by 5 pi. And how much is that? 225 divided by 5, is that a 75? No, that's not a 75. I think that's a 45. So therefore, let me just double check. No harm. 225 divided by 5. Yes, it's 45. So that is 45 pi. Therefore, area of shaded, that is 45 pi minus pi r square over 5. This equals to how much? This equals to 209 over 5 pi. So 5 into 45, I can even use this thing, 225 over 5 minus r square over 5. Pi is common, and this is equals to 209 pi over 5. Let me also take this 5 common. That will make my life easier. So therefore, this 5 is also common. Now start cancellation. Pi, 5, pi, 5. This cancels out. Therefore, r square is 209 minus 225. That is negative 16. Therefore, r square is 16. Therefore, r is positive 4. Of course, it's positive because it's a radius. Find the perimeter of the shaded region. Now, what's the perimeter of the shaded region? Perimeter of the shaded region is this arc length plus AB. What is AB? This thing is 4. This thing is 15. Therefore, AB is 15 minus 4. That is 11. That's the same thing as CD. So now over here for perimeter, I need AB. I need DC or CD. I need arc length AD. I need arc length BC. So this is 11, this is 11, this is something else, this is something else. So let me just push this down over here. Let me first get the other things ready. So now for this sector, sector OAD, arc length, the name of the arc length is AD, that is R theta. So R is 4 and theta is 2/5 pi. That comes out to be 8/5 pi. For sector, what's the name? OBC. Sector OBC, for sector OBC. Then arc length BC, that is R theta, which is 15 into 2/5 pi. That comes out to be 30 pi over 5. I'm deliberately not dividing it. So now this is 8/5 pi. And let's look scary. So let me correct myself. This is 8 over 5 pi. This is 30 pi over 5. So 11 plus 11 is 22. 30 plus 8 is 38 over 5 pi. I think leave the answer as it is because it does not say that we have to round it off or we have to give the answer in significant figures and so on. Okay, it says find the perimeter, give your answer in terms of pi. That is more than perfect. And that is how this answer is obtained. So which question is this? This is question number 3. So let's move on. And now it's about the next question, which is question number 5. Now it says, the equation of a curve is such, find the x coordinate on the point on the curve at which the gradient is this much. So now let me write over here. Let me adjust my iPad. Okay. So now dy by dx is already given. So dy by dx is equals to 11 over 2. 4x minus 3 root x plus 1 is equals to 11 over 2. Multiply throughout by 2. 8x minus 6 root x plus 2 is equals to 11. 8x minus 6 root x. 2 minus 11 is negative 9 equals to 0. Yeah. Now this is a disguised quadratic equation. Let m equals to root x. Therefore, m square is x. So this is 8m square minus 6m minus 9 equals to 0. 8 9s are 72. And then we can write 12 and 6. So 8m square minus 12m plus 6m minus 9 equals to 0. Let me remove this. So therefore, this is 2 or 4. 4m bracket 2m minus 3 plus 3 2m minus 3 equals to 0. Make sure that these two things comes out to be the same for middle term factorization to be correct. So therefore, 2m minus 3, 4m plus 3 equals to 0. Therefore, m is equals to 3 over 2. Therefore, m is minus 3/4. All good? But what is x over here? What is m over here? That is root x. But m is equals to root x. So root x is equals to 3 over 2. Root x is equals to minus 3/4. Therefore, from here, x is 9 over 4. From here, x is 9 over 16. Now, does it say anything about the condition? Find the x coordinate of a point on the curve at which the gradient is 11 over 2. Now, when you get this thing and they're just saying coordinate singular, so check which answer is correct. If x is 9 over 4 versus x is 9 over 16, when x is 9 over 4, plug in original equation. Check by plugging in original equation, which is equation of the curve. So therefore, gradient is 11 over 2. Hold for a second. So therefore, 4, 9 over 4 minus 3 root 9 over 4 plus 1. This is 9. This is 3 over 2. So 3 into 3 is 9 over 2 plus 1. 10 minus 4.5, that is 11.5. This is good. Over here, 4, and this is 9 over 16 minus 3 root 9 over 16 plus 1. 4 ones, and this is 9 over 4. This is 3 over 4. So that is 9 over 4 plus 1. If I'm not mistaken, let me double check. 4 ones are 4 fours are 9 over 4. This is 3 over 4. 3 threes are 9 over 4. This is not giving me the correct answer. This is wrong. So therefore, accept this thing, accept 9 over 4 is the only answer and reject this value over here. So that is when you have to decide, when you read the question very carefully. So read very, very carefully if it's asking for one answer or more than one answer. So now this thing is done. Then it says, given that the curve passes through this point, find the equation of the curve. This is integration. So dy by dx, let me write it again. Dy by dx is equals to 4x minus 3 root x plus 1. 4x minus 3 root x plus 1. Therefore, y is equals to integration 4x minus 3 root x plus 1 dx. Now look at all my steps. I'm just doing every single piece of working. I don't want to give examiner a single reason for deduction of my marks. So therefore, y is equals to 4x becomes 4x square over 2. 3 root x means 3x power half. So 3x half plus 1 is 3 over 2. Division by 3 over 2 plus x plus a constant of integration c. Simplify, this is 2x squared. Division by 3 over 2 is multiplication by 2/3. So 3 into 2/3 is 2 minus 2x 3 over 2 plus x plus c. I can even write this thing as 2x squared minus 2x root x plus c. This also looks good. And now for 11. When x is 4, y is 11. 11, that is 2 into 4 square minus 2 into 4 into square root of 4 plus c. So now this is 11, 16 into 2 is 32, 2 4s are 8, 8 into 2 is 16, plus 4 plus c. 32 minus 16 is 16, 16 plus 4 is 20. 11 minus 20 is -9, c is -9. Therefore, the final answer, equation of curve, write it out very, very clearly. Y is equals to 2x squared minus 2x root x. You can even write in the indices form, 2x root x plus x minus 9. That's the equation of the curve. So this is question 5. And now we can just go back up. 751. This is 732. 751. So I think we started at 7:33. I changed that time later. So around 18 minutes for first 5 questions. Is that good or what? So now that's a perfect thing because I'm doing the explanation with you all again. This thing is done, X is 4, this thing is correct. I think I skipped one question by mistake. 4 is taken, this is good. Now let me go back up, and this is also good. So I think 4 was somehow skipped by mistake. So 18 minutes is not the right. Yes, there it is. 4 was skipped. Oh. So now I'll just go and check it, change it later. So now over here, it says show that the curve with equation such and such and the line with equation such and such meet for all values of constant k. This is a quadratic question. So now what we do is that we have the equation of a curve, we have the equation of a line, we make a single equation. So how do we make a single equation? X squared minus 3x, right? Y over here minus 40 equals to 0. Y is equals to minus 3x minus k. Y is equals to minus 3x minus k. Now open it up. X squared plus 9x squared plus 3kx minus 40 equals to 0. 10x squared plus 3kx minus 40 equals to 0. It says it meets for all values of constant k. So you have to basically prove. So we should prove that b squared minus 4ac could be greater than or equal to 0. Prove this. Do not place the value beforehand because they're not asking for set of values. Keep that in mind. So now this is ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. A is 10, b is 3k, c is negative 40. Therefore, b squared minus 4ac. Therefore, b squared minus 4ac, that is 3k whole square minus 4 into 10 into minus 40. So this is 9k squared plus 1600. That is what we are getting. Now, one thing is 9k squared plus 1600. What could k be? K could be a negative. K could be positive. K could be 0. K could be 0. K could be positive. If k is negative, k square will be positive. If k is 0, k square will be 0. If k is positive, k would still be positive. Got the idea? So now 9 into positive plus 1600 will be positive. 9 into positive plus 1600 will be positive. And 9 into 0 plus 1600. Because k could be 0, it's still positive. In other words, b squared minus 4ac will always be greater than 0. Even if k is 0, it's still positive. So yes, it would meet the curve at two different values. So now it's 7:55. Let me go ahead and change this thing. So therefore, first 5 questions. This is 7:33, 7:55. So therefore, it's 18 minutes, not a 22 minutes, not a bad time for the first 5 questions. Now, let's move ahead. Let's also spend some time on how many questions in stage 2. 4 and 3 is 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 plus 4 is 15. 15 plus 3 is 18. 18 plus 5, that is 23. So let's keep this one for 23. So question number 6, 7, 8, 9, that is 23 marks. So let me write over here the second stage. That is this thing over here. That is 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now it's for 23 marks. That is the second stage, and kind of it will be a bit tougher. So now if you want to relax for a minute, drink some water, and that you can also do in the exam, go ahead and do it. There's no harm. You have a lot of time provided you know your stuff very, very clearly. Let the recording be open. Doesn't make a difference. So we did question 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That thing is done. And now we are moving to question number 5. So after I have relaxed, drank some water, just imagine I'm in the examination hall. And now I'm going to this question, which is question number 6. So let's get started. Now the questions are getting bigger. So I'll read the whole question because there are parts in it. Circle C1 and C2 have equations such and such. This is written in the general form. And this is already written in the completed square form. So right away, I'll write x minus h whole square. This is y minus k whole square is r square. Minus h is minus 9. Therefore, 9 comma negative 4. Minus k is positive 4. 9 comma negative 4. This is center C2. And minus 64, when I take it to the other side, that is r squared. Therefore, r is 8 centimeters, 8 units, my bad. There is no centimeters over here. This is circle C2. So that is what I have observed, and I did it right away. And then the first one over here, I need to convert. So x squared minus plus 6x plus y squared minus 10y. Take the 18 to the other side, that is negative 18. I need the distance between the center of the two circles. That means I need it in the completed square form. So I need it in the completed square form. Now let's get started. X squared plus 6x plus bracket square minus bracket square plus y square minus 10y plus bracket square minus bracket square is equals to negative 18. What goes over here? Half the coefficient of x, which is 3, which is 3. What goes over here? That's half the coefficient of x. Don't forget the negative sign. That is negative 5, negative 5. Now, we know that if there is the coefficient of x is positive, this is a plus b whole square. Coefficient of this thing is negative. This is a minus b whole square. Make sure the coefficient of x square and y square is 1, because otherwise you cannot do the completing square method. So therefore, this first three terms, this is x plus 3 whole square. This is minus 9. This is y minus 5 whole square. This is minus 25 is equals to negative 18. So 9 and 25, how much is that? That is 36 over here. And let me just double check one thing. So therefore, over here, I have this thing, which is x6, hold for a second. So this is x squared plus 6x, x squared plus 6x, y squared minus 10y plus 18 taken to the other side, that is negative 18. So therefore, x squared plus 6x plus bracket square minus bracket square, half and half. This is y squared minus 10y, that's half and half. So therefore, 3 square is 9 with a negative sign, 5 square is 25. So 25 and 9 is 34, not 36. I was saying it 36. So that is 34, take it to the other side. So x plus 3 whole square plus y minus 5 whole square, that is negative 18 plus 34. And what is the difference? That is 16. So this is 16. So now right over here, x minus h whole square, this is y minus k whole square is r square. So for circle C1, minus h is plus 3, h is negative 3, k is 5, that is the center. And this is C1, not C2. This is C1 center. And the radius is square root of 16, which is 4 units. That's the first thing. Now this space seems a bit lesser. Find the distance between the center of the circle. So now sometimes when you run out of all these spaces, so make sure that you start from the left and hold for a second. Let me just do one thing. Over here, I should have not written it so big. So let me just make this resize a little bit smaller on this side. And now let me take this thing over here. Now the first center, C1, what is C1? That is 9 and minus 4. And what is C2? That is minus 3 and 5. So therefore, C1, C2, the magnitude, the difference between the two, that is 9 minus minus 3 whole square. And this is minus 4 minus 5 whole square, square root. This is 12 square. This is 9 square under root. This is 144 plus 81. I think it's 225. You can double check it on the calculator, and this comes out to be square root of 225. That comes out to be 15 units. Now, I take my O-level maths very seriously. So if this is 3, 4, 5, if I multiply by 2, this is 6, 8, 10. If I multiply by 3, that is 9, 12, and 15. So basically, this is the right angle triangle that I use. So 9 and 12, that should give me 15. So now this thing is done. Now it says a nice question, a simple and nice question. It says P and Q are points on C1 and C2 respectively. The distance between P and Q is denoted by D. Find the greatest and least possible value. So now there is a small circle, there is a big circle. C1 has a radius 4 and C2 has a radius of 8. Okay. So let's say the first circle is the red circle. That's over here. And the other circle is the big circle. That's over here. And let me just remove this thing. And just a small diagram, just to serve the purpose. Over here. Copy. And just ignore, they are not drawn to scale. So just for idea thing, I don't know, it's not coming. So therefore, another one like this. And a small one like this. Okay, now to give you that idea, this is center C1. This is center C2. This is center C1. This is center C2. The greatest and least possible value. One possibility is P is on the left, extreme left, and this is on extreme right. That is one possibility. Now the distance between these two over here, how much is that? That is 15 units. How much is the small radius? 4. How much is this big radius? 8. So the greatest distance between P and Q, that is 4 plus 15 plus 8. 4 and 8 is 12. 12 plus 15, that is 27 units. Got the idea? Now the other extreme, P is over here and Q is over here. And this is 4. This is 8. And the distance between these two, it's again the same thing. That is like this. So this is 15 units. So now from this 15, subtract this 4, subtract this 8. So 15 minus 4 minus 8, 15 minus 12, this is 3 units. That is the least distance. I hope you like this question. A very conceptual, simple question that they are talking about. We have done questions in class in which from an outside point to a circle, we found the least distance, we found the greatest distance, we found the distance from this point A till C. Subtract the radius, you will get the least distance. Add the radius, you will get the greatest distance. Now it's based upon the same thing. Now let's look at question number 7. So let me just look over here. So now, what is this question all about? It says the diagram shows part of the curve with equation such and such. The point A on the curve has coordinates such and such. Find the equation of tangent to the curve at A. So I need to draw a tangent to the curve at this point, okay? Give your answer in the form y is equals to mx plus c, and then it says find the area of the region bounded by the curve and the line such and such. So x is 0, y is 0. This is y is 0. This is x is 0, and it's under the curve. So it's just direct integration. So let me just copy this thing. Y is equals to 12 over 12, 2x plus 1 raised to power of negative 1/3. Y is equals to 12, 2x plus 1 raised to power of negative 1/3. And this is 0, and this is 7 over 2. That is good. The first one is differentiation. So y is 12, 2x plus 1 raised to power of negative 1/3. We know that cube root is 1/3, but when we take it up, it's negative. dy by dx, that is 12, negative 1/3 comes down, 2x plus 1 remains as it is. Power reduces by 1, that is negative 4/3. Derivative of the bracket is 2. 3 1s are 3 4s are 4 2s are 8. That is negative 8 over 2x plus 1 raised to power of 4/3. Now x is 7 over 2. So therefore, dy by dx is equals to negative 8. 2 into 7 over 2 plus 1 raised to power of 4/3. 7 plus 1 is 8, negative 8 over 8 raised to power of 4/3. Now I can either use let me use indices in the denominator. 8 raised to power of 4/3 can be written as 8 raised to power of 4 raised to power of 1/3, can be written as 8 raised to power of 1/3 raised to power of 4. This is easier. This is 2 raised to power of 4, which is 16. So this is negative 8 over 16. That comes out to be negative half. So that is one thing that you have achieved. So the first thing, that the gradient is negative half, and the point is what? 7 over 2, comma 6. So therefore, y is equals to mx plus c, starting with this one. Y is equals to negative half x plus c. Now plug in the coordinates 7 over 2 and 6. When x is 7 over 2, y is 6. So this is 6 over here. This is 6 over here. That is negative half, negative 7 over 2 plus c. That is negative half, and that is negative 7 over 2. No, it's just 7 over 2. Don't make that mistake. So therefore, 6 is equals to 7 over 4 plus c. 6 minus 7 over 4 is equals to c. 4, 6 is 24. 24 minus 7 is what? 17. So therefore, this is negative, goes on the other side, becomes positive. 4, 6 is 24. 24 plus 7, 31 over 4, that is c. Therefore, the equation of tangent y is equals to negative half x plus 31 over 4. Leave the answer as it is. All good, all clear? Now this thing is done. Now the area under graph, that is between 0, 7 over 2. This is 12 on the outside. This is 2x plus 1 raised to power of negative 1/3 dx. Always double check the curve. This is 12 at the top. 12 at the top, 2x plus 1. So let me write over here first. Y is equals to 12, 2x plus 1 raised to power of negative 1/3. 2x plus 1 raised to power of negative 1/3. 2x plus 1 raised to power of negative 1/3. Now it's an application of chain rule. This is 12. This is 2x plus 1 raised to power of negative 1/3 plus 1. Increase the power by 1, increase power by 1. Derivative of bracket is 2. Plus a constant of integration. There is no use because the limits makes it cancel off. Now, first of all, this 2 and this thing will cancel. 6 is left. Minus 1/3 plus 1 is minus 2/3. All good. Sorry, positive 2/3. Division by 3 over 2/3 is multiplication by 3 over 2. So this is 6 into 3 over 2. And this is equal sign. And this is 2x plus 1 raised to power of 2/3. This is 0. This is 7 over 2. 2 1s are 2 3s are, that is 9. And now let's plug in the limits. First the upper limit and then the lower limit with this thing. So now when I plug in the upper limit, 2 into 7 over 2, 7 plus 1, 8 raised to power of 2/3. When I plug in 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 raised to power of 2/3. 8 raised to power of 2/3 can be written as 8 square raised to power of 1/3, or 8 raised to power of 1/3 raised to power of 2. 2 raised to power of 2 is 4. So this is 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 9s are 27. So 27 units square. I hope this is all good, all clear. So let me check the answer. This is question number 5. No, this is not 5. I think this is 7. So we have reached 7. So this is 7b. Yes, that's 27. It's all good, all clear. Now let's look at question number 8, trigonometry. Now it says it is given that B is an angle between 90 and 180. That means it's an obtuse angle. So obtuse angle, it's in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, only sine is positive. It says sine beta is A. So let me draw a small triangle over here. Just a basic thing, because I love using triangles like this. And this is beta. This is A. A means A over 1. Sine of beta is A. A means A over 1. So A is opposite. And this 1 is hypotenuse. Of course, we draw a right angle triangle. and the base is 1 square minus a square under root. Therefore, cosine of beta, I'll give the plus minus a little bit later. That is 1 minus a square over 1. And tangent of beta, it is a over 1 minus a square. Square root. Square root is there. Now, in the second quadrant, only sign is positive. Therefore, this is negative. Therefore, this is negative. Now it says, it's a lot of space. The whole page is there. Now it says, evaluate tan square beta. So let me do all these parts separately. First of all, let me evaluate tan square beta. So tan square beta, this minus a over square root 1 minus a square, the whole thing square. So what will happen? This is a square. The square root will disappear, 1 minus a square. That is one thing. Sine beta, cos beta, that I can multiply it here. So let me write over here, this is sine beta, this is cos beta, I can multiply. And there is a negative sign before that. So minus sign, sine beta is a, cosine beta is negative square root 1 minus a square over 1. And tangent square of beta, I'm focusing on this one. Tangent square of beta is a square over 1 minus a square. So this is a square over 1 minus a square, and the reddish terms are positive. A square root, this is a over 1, this is also over 1, 1 minus a square. So no need to simplify, just leave the answer as it is, because it says in terms of a, it does not talk as such about simplification. So now this thing is also done. Question 8 is done. Question 8b, it's not over yet. Now this is a separate question. Sine square theta plus 2 cos square theta is this thing for theta between 0 and 360 degrees. We have to convert cos square into sine square. So cos square theta is 1 minus sine square theta. Let me just look at the recording, just realize this thing. For a second. Okay, it's all going good. So now this thing, this is cos square is 1 minus sine square. So therefore, sine square theta plus 2 bracket 1 minus sine square theta minus 4 sine theta minus 3 equals to 0. So this is sine square theta plus 2 minus 2 sine square theta minus 4 sine theta minus 3 equals to 0. Minus sine square theta minus 4 sine theta minus 3 plus 2 is minus 3 plus 2 is negative 1 equals to 0. Now change all the signs to positive, positive, positive. So this is what you are getting. That is the equation for this part. Sine square plus 4 sine plus 1 equals to 0. Let m equals to sine theta. A is 1, coefficient of x square is 1. Coefficient of x or m is this thing 4. Instead of m, I can write x. So I think that would be better. X is sine theta and c comes out to be 1. Evaluate b square minus 4ac first. So therefore, let me write 4 square minus 4 into 1, which comes out to be 16 minus 4, which is 12. So therefore, x is equals to minus b plus minus square root of 12 divided by 2 times 1. So therefore, x is equals to minus 4 minus root 12 divided by 2. X is equals to minus 4 plus root 12 divided by 2. This is coming out to be a negative number greater, actually lesser. Negative lesser than negative 1. So discard. Why? Because sine theta has a max value of 1, has a min value of negative 1. So this is discarded. Over here, this x is coming out to be 0.2679, 0.2679. In other words, we have to solve sine theta as 0.2679. Got the idea? And now, when we solve this thing, what do? We talk about the first and the second quadrant. This is sine. Hold for a second. So therefore, root 12 is greater than this thing. Let me just get the value. Let me just double check this thing. So 12 square root, that is 3.464. And this thing is coming out to be positive. So sine theta is this value. Now let me just double check one thing. That is, just hold for a second. First of all, this thing is between 0 and 360. So now over here, sine square theta, 2, 1 minus sine square minus 4 sine minus 3 equals to 0. Sine square plus minus 2 sine squared, that is negative. Minus 4 is minus 4. Minus 3 plus 1 is minus 1. Now this is all good, all clear. Now when we solve this equation, we are getting minus 4 minus this thing, that is discarded. Minus 4, my bad. This is negative. I forgot this negative sign. Minus 4 plus this value. Sine theta is this thing. Let me just write over here. Sine theta is negative of this thing. Now start the 4-step solution. First thing, the quadrants. The quadrants is third and fourth. Let alpha be the basic angle. Sine alpha is positive 2679. Therefore, alpha is coming out to be 15.54 degrees. 15.54 degrees work in 2 dp. That is one thing. One step, two step, third step. Therefore, theta is 180 plus 15.54 and 360 minus 15.54. Also, there is another step which is about the range. Theta lies between 0 and 360 degrees. There is no modification required. Now, the fourth step is this thing. Therefore, theta is the rounded off value is what? 195.5 degrees and 344.5 degrees. That is the final answer for this part. So now question number 8 is done. And I think that is what we focused on. So 9 is also there. My bad. 6, 7, 8, 9. Are you sure? Let me just double check. 6 is 4 and 3 is 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 plus 4 is 15. 15 plus 3 is 18. 18 plus 5 is 23. No, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8 we focused on. So let me make the correction over here. This is 6, 7, 8, 23 marks. So we started at 7:55 and now it's 8:19. So that is 19 plus 5, that is 24 minutes. So 24 minutes, that's a good time. Now let's see stage number 3, the remaining questions, which could be question number 9 and 10 and maybe 11. So they should be worth, I think, 27 marks. So let's double check. So now over here, this is 4, 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 plus 5 is how much? 16. 16 plus 3 is 19. 19 plus 2 is 21. 21 plus 2 is 23. 23 plus 4 is 27. Perfect. Okay, so now it's 9, 10, 11, 3 questions. Let's see how fast can we do it, how accurately. Instead of fast, let's focus on accurately. The equation of the curve is this thing. Question number 9. What does it say? It says, find the set of values for which what is happening? Y decreases as x increases. Y decreases as x increases. That means this is a decreasing function. Got the idea? So now, very simple. Y is equals to 4 plus 5x plus 6x squared minus 3x cubed. Dy by dx, that is 0, that is 5, that is 12x, that is negative 9x squared. And dy by dx should be less than 0, decreasing function. F prime x or y prime should be negative. So therefore, negative 9x squared plus 12x plus 5 is less than 0, multiply by a negative sign. Positive 9x squared minus 12x negative 5 is greater than 0. The inequality has flipped because all the signs are changed. So factorization, middle term, and this is 9 5s are 45. 15 into 3. 9x square, 15 and 3 plus 3x minus 15x minus 5 is greater than 0. Let's simplify it further. So therefore, this is 3x plus 1 minus 5, 3x plus 1 greater than 0. Again, it's middle term factorization. Again, make sure that these two have to be the same. And then this is 3x plus 1. 3x minus 5 is greater than 0. Draw a small sketch. That's the way I have taught you people. So draw a small sketch. Draw a curve over here. Let me choose another color. So therefore, draw a curve over here and then mark down the points. So 5 over 3 and negative 1/3. So this is negative 1/3. This is 5 over 3. It's greater than 0. Region above the x-axis, region above the x-axis. Two separate region, two separate answer. X is greater than 5 over 3. X is lesser than minus 1/3. So that is how this particular question is done. So now this is part A. Let's move on. It is given that this is tangent to the curve. Find the value of constant k. So y is equals to 9x plus k. And we have the equation of the curve, which is 4 plus 5x plus 6x squared. Y is equals to 4 plus 5x. And then it is 6x squared. I think it is positive. This is plus 6x squared minus 3x cubed, minus 3x cubed. Now it says, this is question number 9. It says it is tangent to the curve. So the gradient from here is 9. And if I differentiate over here, dy by dx, which was already done, 5 plus 12x minus 9x squared. If I equate this to this, so therefore negative 9x squared plus 12x plus 5 equals to 9. Negative 9x squared plus 12x, 5 minus 9 is negative 4 equals to 0. This is 9x squared minus 12x plus 4 equals to 0. 9 4s are 36. 9x squared minus 6x plus 4 equals to 0. 3x minus 2 minus 3 minus 2. 3x minus 2 equals to 0. Therefore, 3x minus 2. Therefore, 3x minus 2 equals to 0. 3x minus 2 whole square is equals to 0. Therefore, x is 2/3. Okay, so at one point, it's tangent. So now what we need is that when x is 2/3, we can find the corresponding value of y. So when x is 2/3, plug in the value of y. So in the curve equation, that is 4 plus 5 into 2/3, 4 plus 5 into 2/3, and 6 into 2/3 square, 6 into 2/3 square. And then what else is there? Minus 3 into 2/3 cube. So let's simplify it a bit. 4, 10 over 3. 2 square is 4, 4 6 are 24 over 9. And this is 2 cube is 8, 8 3s are 24. And 3 cube is, hold for a second. This is 3, 2 cube is 8, and this is 27. Now let's first simplify over here. 3 1s are 3 9s are. I can simplify these two. 24 over 9 minus 8 over 9. That is 16 over 9. That is good. 10 over 3 multiplied by 3. That is 30 over 9. And this is 4. So 4 can be written as, we need a 9 at the bottom. 4 9s are 36. 36 over 9. So if this is all positive, therefore 36 plus 30, 66, 76, 76 plus 6, that is 82 over 9. Now plug in the original equation. Can anyone just double check my working? Because I'm doing it without the calculator. Y is equals to 9x plus 9. Y is equals to 9x plus 9. 82 over 9 is 9 times 2/3. 9x plus k, my bad. So therefore, there is a k over here. There is a k over here. So therefore, this is 82 over 9 is equals to 9 2s are 18 over 3 plus k. Let me again play as if I'm doing math paper 1. Multiply by 3, that is 54 over 9 plus k. So therefore, k is 82 over 9 minus 54 over 9. 64, 74, 84, 30, 28 over 9. So the answer is 28 over 9. I think it looks good to me. So this thing is all done. Question number 10. It says an arithmetic progression in AP has a first term of 5 and a common difference of d, where d is positive. The second, fifth, and 11th term of this AP, it's forming in that order are the first three terms of a GP. Second term, a plus t, which is 5 plus t. Third term, a plus 2d. That is 5 plus 2d. Actually, I don't need the third term, my bad. I need the fifth term. Fifth term, that is a plus 4d. That is 5 plus 4d. And then the 11th term, that is what? That is a plus 10d. That is 5 plus 10d. So now let's focus on each one of them. Let me just get this thick. So this is T2. This is T5. This is T11. Now these are the three terms of a GP. What do we need to find? D is positive. We need to find the value of D. So 5 plus D, 5 plus 4D, 5 plus 10D. Now it's a GP. Therefore, common ratio is the same, 5 plus 4D over 5 plus D. GP, the common ratio is 5 plus 10D over 5 plus 4D. And just equate these two. Hold for a second. Over here, this is 4D. So this is 5 plus 4D over 5 plus D. That is 5 plus 10D over 5 plus 4D. 5 plus 4D whole square is 5 plus D, 5 plus 10D. Let me pause for Azan. Why is it changing this place? So now let's continue with this. The equation, so 5 plus 4D whole square, that is a plus b whole square. Keep that in mind. That is 25. 4 into 5 is 20. Double of that is 40d plus 16d square. This is 5 into 5, 25. 5 into 10, 50d. D into 5, 5d. D into 10d is 10d square. So transfer everything to one side. So 16d square minus 10d square, that is 6d square. Then we have 40d. We have 50 plus 5, 55d. 40 minus 55, negative 15d. And over here, there is a constant 25. There is a constant 25. That's good. It cancels out. So now these two cancel out. That is really a good news. So therefore, this equals to 0. I think I've taken care of everything. So now just choose D common. 6D minus 15 is equals to 0. Therefore, D is 0, reject, because it says D is positive. 6D is equals to 15. D is equals to 15 over 6. 3 5s are, 3 2s are. Therefore, D comes out to be 2.5. So now D is 2.5. What do we need? They need on the next page the sum of the first 77 terms of the AP. So in AP, first term is 5. D is 2.5. And sum of first 77 terms, I'll evaluate, is 77. And for the GP, what do I have? First term, I need to write it. And common ratio, I need to write it. Number of terms is 10. And then I'll evaluate sum of 10 terms. So now, first of all, if I plug in, if I want to evaluate R, 5 plus 4 into 2.5 divided by 5 plus 2.5. 4 into 2.5 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. 5 plus 2.5 is 7.5. Therefore, R comes out to be 2. So therefore, R comes out to be 2. What is the first term out of these three? That is 5 plus t. In that order are the first three terms, 5 plus t. So 5 plus 2.5, that is 7.5. So all the data is over here. Now it's just usage of formula. Sum of 77 terms, that is 77 divided by 2, 2a, n minus 1, that is 77 minus 1 into d, which is 2.5. Use a calculator, evaluate. Sum of 10 terms, that is a. Let me write down the formula. First of all, this is 7.5, and this is 1 minus 2 raised to power of 10 divided by 1 minus 2. I can simplify this a bit. 7.5, 1 minus 1024 divided by negative 1. So this is 7.5 into 1023. So let me use the calculator a bit. So this is 7. Hold for a second. Remove this AC. So now 7.5 multiplying with 1023. This is coming out to be 7672.5. 7672.5, all good. And if I evaluate this thing over here, this thing is 77 over 2. If I cancel this out, so 77 over 2, hold for a second. That is 77 divided by 2. That is 38.5. And this is 77 minus 1 is 76. So 76 into 2.5, that is 190. 190 plus 10, that is 200. So 200, hold for a second, 200 into 38.5, that comes out to be 7,700. So 7 of 77 terms is 7,700. Beautiful coincidence. Minus 76, 72.5. 76, 72.5. This comes out to be this much. So S77 minus S10. This is for AP. This is for GP. This comes out to be 27.5. That's the answer for this part. That was pretty easy. Question number 11. The function f is defined by such and such, fx in this form. This is the completed square form. So now the gold standard is, whenever we have to compare, y is equals to a x minus h whole square plus k. A is positive, that's the shape. A is negative, that's the shape. H comma k, that is the coordinate of the turning point based upon this. So now over here, first of all, I'll write fx is equals to minus 2x squared plus 6x plus 3. Have I written it correctly? Yes. So now write this thing as minus 2 common, that is x squared. This is minus 3x, and this is minus 3 over 2. This is minus 2 common, that is x squared minus 3x plus bracket squared minus bracket squared minus 3 over 2. What goes inside the bracket? Half the coefficient of x, negative 3 over 2, negative 3 over 2. All good? Rewrite these three terms as a perfect square. This is x minus 3 over 2 whole square. Again, negative 2 on the outside. This is minus 3 over 2 whole square is 9 over 4. And this is minus 3 over 2. Open this up. Negative 2, x minus 3 over 2 whole square, minus 9 over 2. And this 2 cancel. This is plus, and this is also plus. So 4.5 plus 3 is 7.5. 7.5 is 15 over 2 minus 2. X minus 3 over 2 whole square plus 15 over 2. Compare coefficient with ax minus h whole square plus k. A is negative, therefore it's upside down. H is 3 over 2, k is 15 over 2, but it's upside down. So now let me draw a small grid. There is no harm in drawing this thing. And now let me draw the curve. And no one is worried about the, what you call the intercepts. We just need this thing. That is 3 over 2. That is 15 over 2. That is the turning point. Now it's asking that the domain is x is an element of real numbers, all real values. What is the range? So the maximum value is 15 over 2. Therefore, fx is less than or equal to 15 over 2. That's the answer for this particular part. So now this is done. Hope this is clear to everyone. Now it says this is inclusive. So now this thing is in this form, state the range. Now this is an interesting part, a very small but interesting part for 2 marks. Now it says the graph of y is equals to fx is transformed to the graph of y is equals to hx by a reflection in one of the x's followed by a translation. So first a reflection, then a translation. It has a minimum point at the origin. Give details of the reflection and the translation involved. So now think about it. What is happening? This is what is happening. Let me draw it so that you have a pretty good idea what has happened. First of all, let me draw a curve like this upside down. And let me just paste it, first of all, copy, and let me paste it over here. Okay. Then it is reflected. So no, let me just draw this thing over here. And if it's reflected, so it would be going like this. And then it is brought to the origin like this. Got the idea? So now what is happening is this. The first thing is a reflection. That means this is 3/2 and this is 15/2. So after reflection, this will be like this. This is 3/2. This is negative 15/2. Got the idea? And then we are moving this thing 3/2 units to the left and 15/2 units up. So the first thing is reflection in x-axis. That is step 1. That is transformation 1. And transformation 2 is a translation of 3/2 units to the left along x-axis and 15/2 units, because it's negative, we have to take it up, 15/2 units up. So therefore, the translation vector is 3/2 and it's up minus 15/2. So sorry, this is negative, this is positive. All good, all clear? So that's how this thing is done. A very nice question. Now it says x is less than or equal to 0. So the same function. So let me write fx. What is that? This is minus 2x minus 2x minus 3/2 whole square plus 15/2. Coordinates of turning point is 3/2, 15/2, the original one. And now the domain is x is less than or equal to 0. If I plug in f of 0 in this original thing, I'm getting 3. And it's a maximum thing. So now just a small graph would help me out. So now this is 3/2. This is 15/2. The turning point is this thing, but we are drawing it not from here. Let me show you where are we drawing it from. So the graph is going like this, but we are drawing from this point, which is 3. Got the idea? And this is 0. So just ignore this part, just cancel it. So now what are they asking? Sketch the graph, explain why gx is a one-to-one function. Explain why it's a one-to-one function, because it passes HLT, horizontal line test. That's one thing. You're not required to find the coordinates of any intersection. And maybe if it asks for the range, so I'll write if x is lesser than 3. If it asks for the range, less than or equal to 3. Sketch the graph of y is equals to g inverse x on the diagram. So again, let me draw this grid over here. Let me just shift it up. And let me draw the graph over here. Let me just shift this thing a bit down. Now over here, the red color one. Hold for a second. The red color one is going like this. Let me draw a green color line like this, 45-degree angle. Let me draw some lines in the middle, precision eraser. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, something like this. So this is the line, y is equals to x. This is y is equals to fx. This is the point 0, 3. And it's gonna touch over here. Let me draw in blue color. Blue is already used, green is used. Let's use purple. Something like this. Hold for a second. Just a realistic diagram. And let me change the color of the x-axis and the y-axis. Let me change the color to black. Let me change the color to black. And that's how this is drawn. So this is y is equals to f inverse x. Mark this point, 0, 3 becomes 3, 0. Sketch the graph G inverse. Find an expression for G inverse. You should label two graphs on your diagram. Show any relevant mirror line. So y is equals to x. Even right over here, that is the mirror line. Now, expression for G inverse x. Domain is left of turning point. Therefore, the square root will have a negative sign. Let y is equals to gx. Is it gx or fx? I think they have now labeled as gx. So make sure that you label it correctly. So this is gx, this is G inverse x. And yeah, over here also, if you want to write it, that is gx. This is g of 0. This is also g of x. This is also the correction. And now, therefore, g inverse y is equals to x. So y is equals to, we have the quadratic minus 2x minus 3 over 2 whole square, minus 2x minus 3 over 2 whole square, plus 15 over 2, y plus y minus 15 over 2, divided by negative 2 is x minus 3 over 2 whole square. 15 over 2 minus y over 2 square root is x minus 3 over 2. Give the square root a negative sign. Make x the subject, that is 3 over 2. And then we have this thing, 3 over 2 taken to the other side, minus the square root, which is 15 over 2 minus y over 2. You can simplify it further, no issue. What is x equals to? X equals to G inverse y. So in other words, G inverse x is equals to 3 over 2 minus square root. This is 15 over 2 minus y divided by 2, and that is the expression that is required. So now this is all good, all clear. And what time it is? It is 8:46, not bad. So now this is where it is. So now this is 8:46, 8:19, 26, 27 minutes. So that is 27 minutes. So now look at my working. 27 marks, 27 minutes. 25 marks, 22 minutes. 23 marks, 24 minutes. So basically, I'm doing the explanation at such a great speed. So that is, for me, marks and minutes, they are the same. This is with all my explanation, with all my narration, with all my storytelling, and giving you the background. That means you can comfortably achieve this if you follow my guidance for your A star and your A grades. Take care, everyone.